Hey everybody, gonna try to go over this problem so y'all can have a good example. Okay, so what we have is a word problem, and it's asking you to basically you've got two people, Nathan and Freddie. They both invest this amount. All right, so both of their principals are this amount for Nathan and Freddie. Okay. Actually, I wanted to erase this, but that's fine. Okay. They both get an interest rate of 8%, which means 8%. Their rate is 8% for both of them. That's going to go into this R and this R. Now, we got to know which formula I'm using. Nathan's interest is compounded continuously. That means I'm using this formula. The word continuously tells me is that formula. Freddie's interest is compounding weekly. Any compounding other than continuously has to use this formula where n is 52. All right, that's how you determine what formulas you're going to use. Now, what you plug in is a different story. All right, what you plug in is going to be this time interval. So you want to know how much money they both have after 9 years and how much money they both have after 19 years. And then you're going to compare the rate of change or the growth, okay? So how do I do that? I'm going to plug in 9 and 19. So t equals 9, t equals 19, okay? I'm going to plug that into this formula. So let's just go ahead and do those straight calculations where I've got my principal, my rate, and now I've got 2 times I'm going to do. All right, show you how that looks. Again, I just plugged in my principal, my rate, but I'm doing 2 separate calculations, one for the 9 and one for the 19. Okay, I need to make that smaller. Okay, all right, so we're going to plug that in the calculator. So first one, $12,642.98. Okay, second one. Use this copy paste feature. You can double tap. Oh, that's too much. Okay, and then I'll just go back up and put 19. I might be coming down with something. Oh dear, I have to hit enter. Okay, so that's going to be $28,137.47. Double check that. Okay. Those are my 2 calculations. Now we want to find the rate of change, okay? So the rate of change is the change in money over the change in time. So how do you find that? Well, for the change in money, you basically just take the 2 monies and subtract them. Okay, you find out how much it increased, right? All right, so I have to do $28,147.47 minus $12,642.98. I'm going to write that down. And then change in time is just 19 minus 9. Now you don't want negatives, okay? This problem in particular is definitely not going down. So if you know that it's increasing, like we know it's increasing from here to here, then you probably shouldn't have negatives, okay? I guess you could just take this and swap it, and then you would have two negatives, which will make it positive. But just to make things easier, subtract them in the way which they're a positive manner. Okay, 1264248. So minus 12642.98. And so it increased $15,494.49. I messed that up. 494 and 49. Okay. All over 19 minus 9, which is 10. You divide that, you're going to get $1,549.44 per year. You got to think about it. You just divided by those 10 years, okay? You just divided by those 10 years. Okay, and basically you do the same thing for this one, okay, over here. And then we're good to go. All right, so let's work this one. Same principle, same rate. I'm going to write the formula out. I might write the model. For me, it helps to see the model because it's just a lot of numbers. And I'm going to do the same thing I did over here. Right here, I plugged in 9 and I plugged in 19 for t. I'm going to do the same thing, okay? All right, plug it in. Now, obviously, you're going to get more money over time. I think I already did this. No, I didn't. All right. $12,635.98. And then you go back up and copy and paste it and change that to 19. $28,104.63. I forgot 104. Keep forgetting 62. Okay, so once I have those answers, guys, I basically just subtract them. I subtract these two answers, then I subtract these two times, and you see where I have the times on the bottom and the money on the top? I get an answer for my money, and I divide it by 10, because 19 minus 10, 19 minus 9 is going to be 10. And that's it. That's it. All right, pause it if you need to. again, you're finding out how much it changed over time. So that's going to require you subtracting. Oh man. Let's try this. Much better. 19 minus 9. Okay, so the difference in the money is 15,468.64. Divided by 19 minus 9 is 10. And that's finally going to be 1,546 and 86 cents. Oh dear. All right, so you have to show some work, guys. You have to show this. Calculations, and you're subtracting, and then divide at the end. And which one's going to have a greater rate of change? Well, 49 right here, and then 46 right here. I mean, obviously, if this is compounding continuously, it's more than weekly, so this is going to be more. I mean, it's only 49, 46, $3 more, but still, it makes sense. So Nathan will have more money. Because, I mean, you proved it with the math, but because his compounds continuously. That's why the math did what it did. Okay, guys, work out the next one. And guys, y'all can go ahead and work out this one. You know what formula you're going to use. A equals P, 1 plus R raised to the T. And then we've done all this, done all that. We've done all that. Okay. All right, work on this one, and I think I'm going to send some extra work for y'all.